Ever looked at a graph and wondered, wait, is this a histogram or a bar graph? Well, you're not alone. These two types of charts might look similar at first glance, but there's actually a big difference between them. Today, we're breaking it down so you can confidently tell them apart and understand exactly when to use each one. Let's dive into histograms and bar graphs and discover which one you need for your data. Let's start with bar graphs. Bar graphs are all about comparing categories. Picture a graph showing the sales numbers for different products. Each bar represents a specific product, and the height of the bar shows how much of that project was sold. Bar graphs are great when you're comparing discrete individual categories or groups. For example, you could use a bar graph to compare the population of different cities, or the performance of different companies in a market. Now let's talk about histograms. While histograms might look similar to bar graphs, they're used for a different purpose. Histograms are all about showing the distribution of data. They display how data is spread across different ranges or intervals. Instead of comparing separate categories, histograms group data into ranges, which helps you see the frequency or distribution of values in a data set. For example, you might use a histogram to visualize the distribution of exam scores in a class. How many students scored in the range of 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and so on. The key difference? Bar graphs have gaps between each bar because the categories are distinct and separate, while histograms have bars that touch because the data represents continuous ranges. The bars in a histogram represent intervals on a number line, and the height of the bar shows how many data points fall within each interval. Another thing to keep in mind is that bar graphs work best for categorical data that represents distinct groups like countries, colors, or products. Histograms, on the other hand, are designed for continuous data, where values can range across a spectrum, like age, weight, or time. Now you know the difference. Use a bar graph when you're comparing distinct categories, and choose a histogram when you're looking at the distribution of continuous data. Whether you're presenting sales data, test scores, or the distribution of ages in a survey, knowing when to use the right graph will make your data presentation clearer and more effective. Go ahead and impress your audience with your new knowledge of histograms and bar graphs. Your data deserves it. Remember to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful.